Hello, this has been a requested video of a friend of mine. I'm not going to name her because that's up to her. Basically, myself and a couple of bloggers I know have the same problem, and it is a very common problem, and it's basically alopecia. Now, my alopecia has been a lot better of late. I put that down to taking cod liver oil. I've been taking it for about 6 or 8 weeks now, and I do feel it's improved the condition, but I still do have areas which it's difficult to show on a camera, but if you can see it, I'm very thin on top, and that's my hair generally all over is thin like this and patchy, and I also have random sort of patchy areas like little bald spots. Now, it can be very distressing for a man or a woman to lose hair. The good news about alopecia areata, which is the one I've got, is that it's not permanent and it comes and it goes. Nobody truly knows what causes it. They reckon stress makes it worse, poor diet, I don't know. What doesn't make it worse is dyeing your hair, brushing your hair, straightening your hair, backcombing your hair. You know, if your hair is brittle, now I have got European hair, and it's wavy and it's very fine strands, but quite durable and will, you know, be fine. If you've over processed your hair, as in, you know, dyed it platinum blonde, for example, and it's brittle, then obviously these things are going to cause it to snap off. It's not going to cause alopecia though. Alopecia is actually loss of the hair right at the root. The root doesn't die as it does in male pattern baldness, which is an unfortunate name because women can also suffer it too, which tends to be sort of areas around the back of the head here, or receding hairline here. With male pattern baldness, the root dies altogether, and there is very little that can be done to reverse that process, if anything. I'm not going to go into that. I'm no expert on hair. I'm no dermatologist or trichologist or, you know, whatever you would have to be an expert in this field. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to dry my hair. I may split this video up. I want to also discuss ways that you can fill in the gaps, things I do to make my hair look thicker, etc. I'll just show you my hair. This is my hair at the moment. Just unclip it. Okay, so my problem at the moment, I have not got any pronounced bald spots. When I get them, they always tend to be in the same place. I get one here, quite a lot over here, stuff like that. As you can see, that's quite thin there still. But basically, because of the nature of it and the way it stays in sort of like specific places, it's been easier for me to manage. My hair's so much thicker than it has been in the past at the moment. That is really thick for me. About this time last year, it was half, if not less, that amount. So, you know, please forgive me if I sound like, you know, I don't know what I'm talking about with alopecia. It takes a lot of courage to come up and do it. I'll just show you how I make my hair appear a lot thicker. I mean, people have said, God, you've got loads of hair, it's really thick. And if I mention that I have got alopecia, they're like, I really didn't know, I didn't know that at all. But I'll just show you some of the things I do. My hair is naturally wavy, which most European hair is, and it's also layered. Now, layers add volume for a start. So have a few long layers put in, would be my advice. This is the brush I use. This is a Denman brush. It's got the nylon plastic bristles, and I use this. It doesn't snag your wet hair, if that's a concern. I know that you know, there's lots of different hair types out there, and I cannot profess to be in any way an expert on Afro-Caribbean hair or, you know, any other type of hair. So yeah, so just brush through it all like that first, brush it all back. Then I start off with this, which is Tresemme 24-hour body weightless lift root boosting spray. I've used a lot of thickening sprays in the past. I didn't like VO5, it made my hair very flyaway and wavy, and this has got the pointy nozzle applicator, so it will go straight into the roots. So I just spray a generous amount mainly on the top. I like a lot of volume on the top and at the sides. So just randomly spray that in like that. Then just give it a little rub in. This one is Tresemme 24-Hour Body Dramatic Volume Blow Dry Lotion, and this I put on the rest of the hair. Now my hair's decided to be very kind to me, and not only be thin and fine and alopecia, but also frizzy. So I didn't actually realise until recently that I could use serum on my hair. I also suffer from hair that goes greasy really easily, but provided you use it correctly, you can use serum. Oh, and by the way, I don't use any special shampoos. Sometimes I buy £1 Alberta Balsam apple shampoo from Home Bargains, so I don't use anything special. I'm trialling a shampoo at the moment for greasy hair, but that's another subject altogether. This is Redken, and it's Smooth Down Heat Glide. Protect a smoother of very dry, unruly hair. I don't have very dry or unruly, very unruly hair, but this I find is absolutely brilliant. You can see the usage, I hope. Maybe not because the light's reflecting on it. I've had to put tons of lights on me so you can see me. It's about there. I've had it ages. You just put one pump into your hand, which is just the tiniest amount, probably the size of a grain of rice. Put it on your fingers and your hands like hand cream, like that. Go from the mid-end and the back, like that. And I'm just doing that. Also underneath at the back there, I get very knotty, so I put extra there. And then I just sort of go like that through my hair, the rest of my hair. And it does make a difference. Another one I recommend is one called Twisted Sister. That is really cheap, it's £1 or so, and I get that at Home Bargains. That works really, really well as well. But I do love this Redken. I bought this on a blog sale. Okay, so do all that and then give it another brush. So that's the product in. Now, this is the way I do it. What I want to do is I want to get plenty of volume and separation at the roots, because if it clumps into clumps, then I get this separation in the wrong way and it goes like that and creates the bald spots. So what I need to do now is I'm going to blow dry it, and I will just get as much oomph into it as I can, and I'm going to dry it till it's about 90% dry. This is my hairdryer. All these things I bought myself. None of these are sponsored. This isn't a sponsored post. This is a Babyliss hairdryer. The ombre one is ionic and all that jazz. Anyway, very noisy, so you're not going to hear me now, so I'm going to start. And I've got it on, I never have it on number 3, I've got it on number 2 heat, and I'll put it on number 3 blow. No nozzle, no adapter. Like this. If you can see what I'm doing, I'm sort of rubbing at the roots like that, because I want to create a bit of sort of like, not tangling or anything like that, but just lift and, volume. Right, next. It dries much quicker when it's got all the products on as well. The Redken I find dries really quickly. This is a Pro Stylist brush. I've got a feeling it's fabulous. I'm not 100% sure. I bought it from TK Maxx. It's got nylon bristles coming through a ceramic barrel, and it's a big barrel, which helps to give big curls. And it's got a really, I searched high and low for this because it's got really good grip without snag. I don't know if you can see that. When I turn it round, it's, you know, it stays in place, it holds onto the hair, and as you can see, it sort of helps to create curl and bounce on there. Right, what I do now, take from sort of just around the ears here, take this bit, twist it up, and stick it with one of these kind of hairdresser's clips out of the way. Divide the back section into two, like that. Okay, get this down, smooth it down, wrap it around the brush, and here we go. Then what I do is I release it out slightly and then pull it down like that, and then twist it, pull it down and twist it, and I just do that for a little while, holding this in the other hand. Okay. And then I just go through it again, just so it's all nice and smooth. And what I'm doing is I'm pulling it out away from the head at a 90-degree angle, and that helps to give it volume. And because it's got the ceramic barrel and the little holes in it, it helps to dry the hair quicker. Now, a way to learn to gauge whether or not you are causing any damage to your hair is you can actually put your hand there in the way, and if the hairdryer is burning your hand and your skin, it's burning your hair, so it's too hot. You need to either turn the heat down or move on to another piece for a while. Okay, so that piece is done. That's half the back of my hair. And then do sort of the same with this one. I'm holding it from this end. See, no expert. 90 degrees out at the roots. So I start by going on the roots first, like that. And then around and underneath. And the hair is quite warm, so you can just sort of, you know, do that with it. And it doesn't matter. I'm not trying to get it straight. I'm not trying to do anything fancy with it. So that's the back bit basically done. So you take the next bit down now. Decide where you want to do next. I'm going to do a side. I'm going to do this side. Okay. So just again, these are great because they hold your hair, but they don't sort of pull. I hate anything pulling at my hair. So you can again get the whole section on the big fat brush. And take your time. If you're doing this before you're going out on a night out, just, you know, give yourself plenty of time to do it so that you don't get all stressed and flustered and hot and bothered. Especially in the summer, it's awful, you know, blow drying your hair in the summer. Okay, that's done. Okay, this side now. We'll just get this bit sort of flipped out of the way. I mean, if you want to sort of style it, you know, back is the best way to go. Sort of like if you're going to do it, like take it up and back like that, and roll it back like that. I'll just show you. If you want a more sort of permanent curl or wave in it, you can either give it a blast on a low heat or leave it to sort of cool on the brush. But I'm not bothered about that. So it just takes it back. Okay. Right, and then this is the top bit. Now I like to do this bit back, so get this bit here. Now sometimes if you want to put volume in the root there, get a small Velcro sponge roller. This is a sleep-in roller, which I love, and then use the Velcro to sort of comb your hair like that on both sides, and that gets it nice and really smooth. Get to the top, so duck down like that, and then just roll it down. And you can pin it if you want. We'll just give it a push like that and it will stay in place, allegedly. Right, okay. Nearly done. Now the fringe. I'm doing the big fringe at the moment. Right, now I couldn't have a fringe until recently, and I honestly do put that all down to the cod liver oil because my fringe was too thin. But what I did get instead, this actually doesn't match my hair colour at the moment. This is real hair, human hair, and it's it's 4 double wefts. And by double wefts, that's just the type of hair it is, double wefted, and it's got 2 little clips on the back. I made this myself. So you sew it together, cut the size you want, and then you can just put it in your hair like that. Now, as you can see, that's too dark for my hair at the moment. My hair's not that colour. Now, if you want to hide the join here, you can just put a headband on and nobody will see the join. Dead cheap to make. You just need enough hair, and then you just cut it down and all the rest of it. And this is another thing. This is I don't know if you can see that. Oh yeah, hopefully you can because of the lights. This is some people call it beading wire, some people call it fishing wire or nylon thread, and basically this is, again, how many double wefts is this? I think this is 2 or 3 double wefts, I'm not sure, of human hair. And the way this works, let me just show you. Halo, hair halos, or somebody sell these, and they're really expensive. Obviously I've not finished styling my hair because it's all big and fuzzy and I've not disguised on the baldy bits, but I'll just show you quickly how this works. You put it on like that so that the wire starts there on your hair, pull it down so it feels secure, and it's on your head like that, like a little sort of hat. Get a tail comb and then go round like this, bringing it through with the tail comb. It's really easy. I'm making it look harder than it is because my hair's so fuzzy. And again, this isn't the right colour because I've not re-dyed these at the moment. Now, again, dead easy to make. Obviously you sort of blend your hair in, give it a brush or whatever, and it won't move. You can see that? And how do you take it out, you ask? You can't see the thing either. You can see it because I've got very strong lighting in here. To disguise it, I could probably bring some of my fringe over the top of it anyway. Yeah, there you go. You can't see it now. Completely can't see it. And you can style it, curl it, whatever. Or even just tie it back if you want more volume. And to take it out, that's it. That's literally it. You don't even need me to show you how to make this, believe me. All you do, get some dark cotton thread, any thread that's similar-ish. I think I use black. This isn't black, it's sort of like a purpley red. Stitch, a blanket stitch with like a loopy, 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 loopy. Get your fishing wire, go through the loops, tie it in a knot, you're done. And you want it to be the length, to go sort of like from ear to ear is where it needs to go to. And the string needs to be long enough so that the hair thing sort of sits along here. So it's like a very sort of like where your ears are, and then going down slightly in a very slight curve. These sell for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds, and this probably cost me, well, I don't know, because I actually had these extensions lying around the house, just made it. Nothing. Okay, so that's sort of stage 1 of my sort of thickening the hair up thing. So I'll give it a brush now. Depending on what mood I'm on, if I sleep on this tonight, depending on what mood my hair's in, it might wake up nice and silky smooth tomorrow, or it might wake up curly. Well, that's my hair for you. And then you can just part it. And to get it into shape, this is another Denman brush. I can't remember which one this is. This is a dressing out brush. It's got really stiff bristles on it, but they're not scratchy. And this is suitable for wigs, hair pieces, extensions, and natural hair and backcombing or teasing. See how it smooths the hair down and takes all the frizz out of it. Right, I'm going to show you how I backcomb as well. And again, it doesn't cause alopecia and it won't make it worse unless you have a problem with brittle hair, which I don't. This is Elnet Supreme Hold, and it's the Very Volume range. And this is how I do it. Take the piece of hair from the back, brush it like that, forward at an angle. You see. Okay. Get it nice and smooth at the front. Get the hairspray and spray along the roots. Get the brush and push from sort of there down, holding the hair slightly at a slightly forward angle, and leave it like that for the hairspray to set. You see how you've got that lift? Now I know it looks a bit ridiculous now, but what you do then, get this brush again, and it's almost like you pretend brushing it, which sounds a bit mad, but like you're barely touching it, like that, like you're barely touching it. Can you see? I'm barely touching it and it will settle right down to non-ridiculousness. But can you see how that's covered all the crown now? Just make sure there's no sort of lumps or you know, bits where there's gaps. It's not a problem if there is. You just lift up a bit and just do that bit. Again, bring it up over at an angle like that. Make sure the front's nice and smooth. Bit of hairspray at the roots. The good thing about Elnet hairspray is it does brush out very, very easily, but holds very, very well. Can you see? Just like that. Leave it for a minute for the hairspray to set. Over, you've got the big loop-de-loop. And then pretend brush it down. I'm barely touching this hair. Yeah. Tiny bit from sort of arm's length away, like that. And what you're doing is you're sort of getting the brush like this, and then you're going like that as you brush. Like now. Yeah? It looks like it's pulling on my hair, but it's actually not, because I really hate having my hair pulled. And I'm doing the pretend brushing again. Pushing it down. Now, this might not be your cup of tea for a hairstyle, but hopefully it'll give you some ideas. And then you sort of play about with it, get it, you know. I can push that bit over, like that. Yeah, and you can see it's sort of like the worst bits covered. And then people think, oh my god, she's got loads of hair, it's really thick, I'm so jealous. Anyway, I hope this is of use to people. I used to be, when I first started with the alopecia, I was absolutely petrified of touching my hair. I was petrified of straightening it, drying it, blowing it, backcombing it, doing anything to it, because I just thought anything I did would make more come out. It doesn't. I absolutely 100% promise you that is a medical fact. I can tell you medical facts because I'm a nurse. Well, I'm not a registered nurse anymore, but I was for 20 odd years. So yeah, it's a medical fact, and you can Google it yourself if you don't believe me, on a proper medical site, not some nonsense site. It will not make your hair fall out, dyeing it, doing other things to it. Don't be afraid to backcomb and do other things. If you're not happy with backcombing, here's another way to get a bit of volume at the roots. Take your hand, spray the hairspray direct onto the hand. Yeah, hand in at the root, round in a circle gently. Round in a circle like that, and that'll give you volume and separation. Okay? Do you want me to show you how easy it is to brush this out though, in case you don't believe me? This is such a long video, I might have to split it up. Brushed out, no damage. That's it. So I really, as I say, I mean, I'm going to bed now, so I don't need my big teas anyway. Another tip, if you want to tie your hair up, a lot of problems, I mean, you can already see that it's like quite nice, but if you have problems with separation, which I do, where it goes like that and then exposes any bald spots, again, this dressing out brush, this is the best discovery I've ever made in my life. Just watch. Yeah, perfect. And you don't get any, you know, like the lumps and snags at the ponytail, or, you know, wherever it is you bun or whatever you put in your hair. I'd say that's a great tip for anybody. Like I say, just like that, you see? And it smooths it out. Yeah, you see? Okay, I'm going to sign off now. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this all as one big video, or if I'm going to, you know, split it up a bit. I'm off to bed. No, and I swear to God, I really sympathise with anybody, because like I say, mine's not as bad at the moment as it has been, and I'm sure it will be again in the future. I've come to accept it now, and I was so frightened of touching my hair, doing anything with my hair, or even washing my hair, because like tons of it comes out and there's tons of it all over the pillow in the morning. I was even considering sleeping in a silk scarf to reduce friction on my hair. You don't need to do any of that. It doesn't make a blind bit of difference, I promise you. Okay then, so I'll see you all soon. This has been a little bit different, and I hope it's a benefit to some people. I could do straightening and filling if anybody wants to do, you know, like hairline filling, which you can do yourself easily with an eyebrow pencil. Make sure it's one of those ones that's like a powdery, shadowy kind of type. Get it on a soft, flat brush, like this. Yeah? It's just an elf one. And then just sort of dab it along the gap like that. Dab, 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 dab. And it can help blend it in. It doesn't have to be an exact match to your hair colour. I would use probably like a brown, hazily brown colour to do mine. And it can help, you know, when you've got that thing where like you feel like your scalp's shining out through, it can blend that in and make it look so much better. Okay, I'll see you soon then, and thanks for watching. Please comment, rate and subscribe. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to do. Alright then, thank you. Bye!